Hi Gemini, welcome to your September How They Feel, Next Move, and Love Messages, Love Tarot reading. So Gemini, we're looking at the person on your mind, the one you're thinking of during this time, and you just want to know, we're looking at how do they feel about you at this time? What are their next moves either in the connection or towards you? And what messages do they have to say to you, along with actual love messages, which we will have a separate love oracle at the end we'll pull from as well. All right, Gemini, this is the Lover's Oracle. So I'm going to get some opening messages with this deck, then we'll jump into your reading. And this is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, heavy placements, crosswatchers, male or female, general, collective reading. Keep in mind all readings should be timeless, and this is good for whenever you see it, and definitely could go beyond September. So please, it's just not for September, it's when the messages come out. So please do keep that in mind. All right, Gemini. Welcome in, welcome in. I hope you're all doing well, staying safe and healthy at this time. If you are new or returning, welcome in, and thank you. My name is Mary, and this is Sunlight Insight Tarot. All right, Gemini, so let's get, well, one or two more. Here we go. So let's see what your opening messages are. Let's see. When it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. Trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. Friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship. Your love life will dramatically improve. And beware of what you are projecting for the qualities you admire in one another are qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like are also your own reflection. I think this is just about having more trust in one another. Now, this could have started as a friendship. Perhaps this is someone you're friends with right now. It could be somebody new in your life. There could be a little bit of trust issues or trusting the energies. And, you know, we do have this energy of right or wrong. So maybe there's a big thing here about who's right, who's wrong, you know, and what you're reflecting back to each other, right? So you may be a lot alike. So there may be a little bit of clashing of the energy because you're so much alike. Like one has to be right, you know, and you're both reflecting the same energy off one another. But there is something here with matters of the heart. So let's just see where this is going. So, you know, I feel like this is like a really good friend, but also there's some love here actually too. So we're going to see like how they're feeling. It's almost like how they're feeling about the situation between you, because you may push and pull towards each other, right? Where there's times when, I mean, you could be FW beats too, but there's times when you're together it's good, and times when you kind of clash a little bit, then you may kind of not spend so much time together. So we're just going to see where it goes, Gemini. Like, what do we need to know about this, right? Okay. So let's jump into the tarot. So we have the Cosmic Tarot here. So I'm going to do your reading with this deck. Then to close it out, we have the Untold Truths of the Heart Oracle, Love Oracle by Aqua Moonlight. All right, Gemini. So let's see how they're feeling about you right now. How are they feeling about Gemini right now? What do we need to know about this for Gemini? Please, what do we need to know about this for Gemini? Okay. The Emperor reverse. The Hierophant. Six of Wands. The King of Swords. Well, that's you, Gemini. And the Empress reverse. Wow. So you're a match. I mean, you have the Emperor and the Empress. You're both reversed, which is telling me that you're both feeling the same way right now. Right? Even if the energy isn't the best, you're both feeling the same way right now, right? So I'm going to mention the signs as I see them, Gemini. So there could be signs in chart people dealing with. If some signs don't resonate, it's totally fine. You can disregard them. Doesn't mean it's not your reading. We have Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Libra, Taurus. Oh, the King of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So there's definitely a lot of fire, passion, attraction between you. Now, the King of Swords definitely speaks with truth, clarity, and communication. Now, I'm feeling like this person is looking at the situation, maybe not coming forward or stepping forward right now to raise this to the next level, because the Hierophant would be that, you know, things rise into the next level, morals, traditions, values, standards, growth, expansion, leadership, leveling up big time, could be commitment, marriage. So I'm feeling like this person is like, you know, this could be really good with Gemini, could be really successful, but, you know, there's something with the energy that may have to shift or change, because right now you're both feeling like, I don't know, like what do we do with this? Where do we go from here, right? I don't see anyone taking the lead. I don't see you coming forward in any way, and I don't see them coming forward in any way. Whoever is the Emperor or the Empress. Females can be masculine, males can be feminine, so however the energy resonates for you. But I will say that the King of Swords is Gemini. Now we could have, may not necessarily be you, but the King of Swords can be widowed, divorced, been through some things that may play in a factor here, especially, you know, could be the both of you, one of you, however it resonates, if that resonates. So there's energy here, yeah, I want to level this up, but will it be successful? Maybe we need to have more conversations, you know, the issues between us, like someone's always going to be right, the rights and the wrongs, the reflecting, the energy, we're so much alike. There could be a little lack too of trusting everything's going to be okay, right? So I'm feeling like there's on the fence energy right now between the two of you. So you're feeling that way, and if you're wondering about them, yeah, they're feeling the same way you are, if that makes sense, right? So let's keep going, Gemini. So what else do we need to know? 5 of Cups, but they're sad, lost, and lonely without you. You could be in a little bit of a separation right now, or you're just not spending as much time together, right? So they're feeling a little bit lonely, maybe a little regrets, you know, if something recently just happened between you. But yeah, they do feel that energy between you of the 2 of Cups. Yeah, there's a lot to 5s here. A 5 of Pentacles too is definitely feeling a lot of lack, loneliness right now. Knight of Swords. So it seems like they want to come rushing in fast. 9 of Wands. They don't want, see, the 9 of Wands upright would be struggle. So they don't like the struggling that's happening between you, right? So I'm feeling like they want to rush in here, you know, to come back together. We have 2 5s here. 5s are about change. 10s would be maybe endings, new beginnings, full circle completion. Maybe starting over, having a new beginning. But they definitely don't want to struggle. They don't like the struggle that happens between you. Could be a little chaotic at times. I mean, the Knight of Swords can be a little bit chaotic. But let's see, we have Aquarius here. The King of Wands, again, with the fire, the passion, the attraction, the chemistry between you. There's no doubt about that. I mean, they could be a fire sign, they could be an air sign, they could be literally anyone. I mean, and we all could take on characteristics of the different elements at any given time. So let's see what their next moves are going to be, because with this Knight of Swords here, which is very fast moving, rushing in out of nowhere, maybe a little unexpected, could be a little chaotic, or, you know, whatever the case may be. So what's going to happen with their next moves? We got the Tower reverse, the 8 of Pentacles reverse, and Justice reverse. Okay, so I'm going to put these back because I kind of feel like I wasn't done asking. So let us see here, Gemini. I mean, the Tower is a long, slow change. Could be happening right now. 8 of Pentacles is like, you know, this isn't working right now because it was in reverse. And Justice reverse is like, you know, it just not balanced. It doesn't feel right now. But let's see what's going to happen with this Knight of Swords. The next moves. What are their next moves towards Gemini, please? Okay. 4 of Cups, 7 of Cups. Oh. Okay, let's pull this line out and then we'll see. 4 of Wands reverse. Chariot reverse. Can be them returning. Can be a little stuck energy. 9 of Swords. There's a lot of anxiety around this. So it seems like, you know, it's been stuck, but they want to return. a lot of anxiety around this, the Four of Wands reverse. Now, you may not be in a committed relationship with this person, but definitely that could have been on the table or like the next move. But with the kind of like the energies between you, it's like, I don't know if we should even do that. Would this even work? But we do see Seven of Cups here, a lot of confusion, illusion. Four of Cups of like, I just don't know what to do here. But I do like actually the Chariot reverse because that can be returning. Usually see the Chariot then moving out when it's upright, and when I get it reversed, for me, that could be someone returning after a period of being stuck or at a distance. So we got Cancer showing up here. So let's see. Yeah, Eight of Swords. Yeah, so exactly. There's that stuck energy. All right. So what else do we need to know for Gemini? Their next moves. So we do see like a return that they're a little nervous about. So what's going to happen here, Gemini? Oh, Six of Cups. Yeah, there's a return. Exactly. Eight of Swords. The energy is being stuck. Page of Swords. So that is communication, truth, clarity. They could be checking out your social media, seeing what you're doing, what you're saying, just to make sure that if you are communicating, that you're like, what are you saying online matches what you're telling or saying to them, if that makes sense. High Priestess. Yeah, they want to make sure that there's nothing that they're missing. Like they don't want to come in if like maybe saying, not saying that you are, but sometimes we don't say exactly what we should say, and then we may go blast it all over social media full blown, and and it's like, well, wait a minute, so they kind of want to make sure everything is matching on the up and up, if that makes sense, right? And also the High Priestess could be something that may not see coming. Five of Wands, conflict. Yeah, so they want to make sure there's not going to be like conflicting energies of what they see and hear versus what they hear and what they see. It's kind of what I'm feeling here. So they may actually reach out on social media first too, or text, phone call, reaching out first before coming face to face to say, we need to talk here, So we do have Aquarius and Pisces. Now they could be afraid of, a little bit of conflict here with the Five of Wands, right? Knight of Cups, though, is saying that they still want this relationship to move forward in some sort of way. The Knight of Cups cups are about love, and the Knight is forward movement. Yeah, putting in the work, making it work. Eight of Pentacles, and overcoming the situation. Also the strong energy between you, which cannot be denied. Soul contracts, past life, strong, courageous, brave, overcoming this energy, taking the lead. I do like that. The devil. The Strength showed up. So it seems like they do want to come forward, have some conversations. Can we make this work? Can we get on the same page? Can we learn to trust each other more? And it's not always about who's wrong, who's right, and reflecting that energy back and forth, especially if you're a lot alike, sometimes that can clash. So there's definitely a clashing of energy, and there's got to be a way to work it out, right? Because, we do have the Two of Cups here, so there is a strong connection between you. All right, Gemini. I hope that made sense, but let's see what they want to tell you. So we'll do one more row and some clarifiers too on that, and then we'll get into the untold truths of the heart. Love Oracle for the actual love messages, but if it does resonate so far, please do like, comment, all the good things. Be greatly, greatly appreciated. So what do they want to tell Gemini at this time? Seven of Wands. I know I'm getting like the standoffish energy. Maybe you're both a little stubborn, and I know that's a problem between us. King of Pentacles. That's why I haven't really been coming forward to offer full-blown commitment, because I'm not even sure, can we make it work between us to do that, Page of Pentacles, yeah, not coming through with the offer because of these issues we need to work out and talk about first. And is this even something that we both want? Would it work between us? There's a lot of questions, right? Seven of Pentacles. I've been doing a lot of assessing, analyzing this whole thing. You know, while I've been kind of holding back. All right, so we have Capricorn, Virgo, Two of Wands. And I know it seems like our connection is just standing at a crossroads. Nothing's really going anywhere in any direction. But I would like something to move forward. Six of Swords. We either move this forward between us and learn how to work out our energies or move on. You know, it's kind of time for that. And then we have the Knight of Wands, who doesn't really, you know, have the strength. You know, for a while here, I've had a lack of strength and courage to come forward and take action. Knight of Pentacles. I've been moving very, very slow, and I know that. But, you know, I would love to heal this, you know, wish fulfillment, bring things into balance, healing, faith, hope, optimism, wish dream come true. That is my dream, to do that with you. I just feel like we're kind of stuck so much right now. The Wheel of Reverse, Two of Swords, everything just seems indecisive. Four of Swords, just a lot of maybe keeping distance a little bit and non-action, right? But it's time for some sort of new cycle, either of moving on or, you know, starting a new cycle between us. I know we've been disappointed, you know, with the energies as of late. But, I mean, part of me still wants a long-term commitment with you and manifest that with the Magician. There's still a lot of chemistry between us, and I know that, King of Wands. So we do have the wheel here, which is Sag, Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio. So I'm feeling like there needs to be, or they want to come together to really talk about the connection. All, I don't want to say faults, but all the clashing of energies. Like, how can we work it out? How can we make this work? Could it work? Or are we just too much alike that we would always clash? Can we learn to compromise or just work with the energies? So there's a lot of that here at play. So I don't want to keep repeating that, but that's what keeps coming up over and over. So we did see the Tower, even though it was in reverse, and Tower is usually a right now energy for me. Also, we are in the tail end of Virgo season. So anyway, let's get you some actual love messages. See what else you need to know. Love messages for Gemini. So again, this is the untold truths of the heart, and also everything else you need to know is down below in the description box. All the info, links in my other channels. All right. The Chase. Preparation, relentless pursuit, and victory. So, I mean, like I said, we had that Knight of Swords, which, like, they do want to come back in here, right? Purifying. Purge, healing, clean energy. So they definitely want to come in here and purify, clear, cleanse, heal the energy. Established, family, triumph, security. This is like the Four of Wands for me. Commitment, marriage, euphoria, chasing thrills, joy, and laughter. So you may actually have, like, when you're together, a lot of fun times as well. But then there's also that energy of clashing at times too, right? All right, what else? Heart song. Inner knowing, telepathy, and intuition. So, I mean, your hearts are definitely connected in a big, big way here, right? Oh, boy. What else? Let's see what's on the bottom. Second chance. Making amends, opportunity, and plans, right? And intimacy. I mean, yeah, and there's that better off, like, are we better off apart or together, right? This is what we need to know. This is what we need to talk about. Spiritual connection, that could be it too. So there's a lot on the table here. Like, how can we make this work? How can we learn to level our energies out, right? Make this work. Definitely, it's a big thing here. There's a big connection and wanting, like, maybe start over, a second chance. I'm not getting second chance like anyone did anything wrong, but second chance of, like, you know, starting over, like can we just start over and forget about whatever's happened in the past between us about, fighting, arguing, who's right, who's wrong, not trusting the energy that it's going to work, and then we kind of fall apart, and then we want to come back together. Maybe strengthening the bonds of friendship would help as well. Maybe starting off all over, maybe as friends, and then building it from there, right? Anyway, I hope that made some sort of sense, Gemini. But that's what I have for you. So I do hope that helped, that resonated. Again, everything you need to know is down below. I am wishing you the best, and I shall see you next time.